I'm Jenny. Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Today we are talking about dating as an adult that has gone through a divorce. If you've watched my other videos, you know I got divorced after being married for 7 years. I was about 27 when I got divorced. Sorry, I have 5 dogs here at the moment, so I'm sure you can hear them in the background. But I tried to start dating immediately after the divorce, and boy, has it been interesting and also a huge struggle. So let's push away dating apps and websites for a second, and let's just talk about meeting someone organically. If you think about it, a lot of people meet their significant other in high school or college. So if you are past that stage of life, it is difficult to meet someone organically. If there's nobody at work, at church, it's just quite difficult. And this is coming from somebody that has a lot of hobbies. I go swing dancing, salsa dancing, I play in a band in the evening for fun. I get involved in a lot of different activities. It's still difficult. Not to say I haven't met people that way, it's just never the right one. Now, bringing back the dating apps and websites, a lot of the websites cost, and it's hard to put the money out there. Like, you're buying a date or you're buying a man or a woman. It's just a little odd to begin with. Also, you have to buy it for a certain amount of months. How am I going to know if I'm going to meet somebody in the first month, 3 years from now? Like, what if I meet somebody on the first day I open the website account? Why did I pay for 6 months up front then? You know what I mean? And I'm very frugal, so that's hard for me to come to terms with. And then maybe on the websites, but for sure on some of the free dating apps, I think it's just too easy to know that there's always another profile, and maybe you go on a first date, maybe nothing went wrong, there were no red flags, maybe it went well, but you or the other person kind of just want to see what else is out there to, one-up you. There's some kind of mentality along those lines. And I mean, back in the day, like, you met somebody in biology class and that was it. Like, they didn't have the option to like see, okay, who's in English class and who's in Spanish class, because it was like the same group of people around each day, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's say it is easy to find somebody, even if you have to resort to apps. Not that there's anything wrong with them, I have used them for plenty of years, let me tell you folks. But it has to go a step farther than that, right? It's not just meeting someone, you have to connect with them, you have to be on the same page. And that is the part that is most difficult, is find somebody that is on the same page as you. You both know what you want and want the same thing. Let me tell you, there are so many people that have no clue what they want. Let's just see. I just want to see what's out there. I want a long-term relationship. I just want to be a player. Some people just have no clue or just want the total opposite thing from you. And then we also have what I'm going to call Mr. Pleaser. And he's going to tell you what he thinks you want to hear. So he thinks you want somebody that has a high-end job. He's going to make his job look more amazing than it is. He thinks you want someone with lots of money. He's going to try and talk up his home or his car to more than what it might be. And maybe that's not what you're looking for at all, but he's going to try and make himself look like what he thinks you want him to look like, if that came out correctly. So, then 3 months, 6 months, a year into the relationship, his true colors start coming out, and you realize, like, is not what you were looking for at all. And it's like, you have to go through some heartbreak if, you were starting to get attached already, and you have to start the process again. Find somebody worth going on a date with. Go on the date. Is there going to be a second date? It's just a process, and every time it doesn't work out, you have to start it again. It can be quite exhausting, to be honest. For me personally, the most frustrating thing is that I'm a 35-year-old woman And let's say I put my age range from 30 to 40, let's say. You would think I would meet someone that's in the same stage of life as me, that has settled into a career, no matter what that career might be. I'm not picky, okay? You don't have to be a doctor. Anything that is stable will do for me. But the amount of adults that live with their parents because they're working part-time flipping burgers, or that are going back to school and aren't working at all. I mean, good for you, you're trying to improve yourself, but that's not where I am in my life. I'm well settled, I'm ready to make this happen, you know? And this last thing is very specific to me, but I have traveled a lot. I am fluent in Spanish and in English, and I am learning or have learned bits and pieces of other languages. So it is very, very hard to find someone to connect with, because your average person where I'm from doesn't have the same experiences, or not even interested in sharing those experiences with you. So it's hard to find something that we have in common with, because your typical male in my area either is into sports, hunting, and fishing. That's definitely a no-go as a vegan. Their idea of a good time is, watching movies and or playing video games all day. I like to do a little bit of everything, but I need to be stimulated. Like, I need to have an intellectual conversation about something you saw when you traveled, or something unique to your job I can learn about, or something unique to where your family is from that I can learn about. Like, I have to be able to learn and or have a stimulating conversation with you, and that's just hard to find where I am. So I'll leave you with this. If you are in the same boat, that you're an adult and you're struggling to meet someone, you are not alone, okay? I've been divorced since 2013, and it is now 2021, still not remarried, not close to that, and it's just super frustrating. Like, you just see the clock ticking. I don't even want children, but I can only imagine if you do want children and you feel like your clock ticking, that is so much pressure. But do take your time. It is worth it to wait and find the one that is the right fit for you, instead of be miserable, okay? Take care.